farmer once planted his crops, and shortly after that he built a sparrow nest in between the fields. After a while, the sparrow laid eggs in the nest, and soon after that, little sparrows emerged from those eggs and began to live happily with their mother sparrow. The sparrow used to go into the forest every day to feed her young children. One day, when she returned from the forest, she discovered that her children were extremely afraid. She asked them why they were so afraid, and they replied that it was the mother farmer. Arrived here today and was talking about harvesting. He said that he would send his sons to cut the crops tomorrow. Then, after hearing her children's concerns, the mother sparrow said, "Don't worry, my children. Nobody will come tomorrow to cut the crops. Please don't be afraid." The next day, the exact same thing happened. Many days went by with no one showing up to cut the crops. Everything was going well. One day, after returning from the forest, Sparrow saw her children's happy faces again. But this time, when she asked them why they were afraid, they replied, "Oh, Mother Farmer came here today, and he was talking about crop harvesting again today. He was saying tomorrow he will send the laborers to cut the crops." After hearing them out, Sparrow reassured her children, saying, "Don't worry, no one will come tomorrow to harvest the crops next day again. Same happened as Peru." Said no one came there to cut the crops. Many days passed like this again. One day when Sparrow came back from the forest, her children told her they said mother today. Farmer again came, and he was talking about harvesting crops. But as usual, we know that no one will come here to harvest the crops. The mother sparrow asked them to explain the whole incident. The children said Mother 2-day gain farmer came here and he was talking that he has wasted a lot of his time on depending upon others, and he said that tomorrow he will come to cut the crops by himself. The children said, "But Mother, the farmer has been saying this for the last several days, but every time no one comes for harvesting. Why are you sure that this time farmer will come for harvesting?" The mother sparrow became upset and told the kids, "We will have to leave this place immediately and make our nest on some other place." This was the first time the farmer was dependent on his sons to finish the work. When you rely on others to complete your work, it can never be finished. However, this time, he has made the decision to complete it himself, so tomorrow he will undoubtedly come and harvest his crops. The children, having now gained the ability to fly, all left the area and made a nest somewhere else. The following day, the farmer arrived at the fields and began harvesting, but by then, the bird and its offspring had left the field. It is not right to be entirely dependent on others for your work. If you have any dreams in your life, then you should pursue them. If we observe in our daily lives, we will find that those who are constantly dependent on others for their work never finish it. In fact, relying on others for your work is actually laziness. However, this does not mean that you should never ask for help. It is perfectly acceptable to ask for help if you want to start a project or finish it on time. Life never depends on others to fulfill that dream. Instead, do it yourself and you will always be successful.